Hello, fellow marble lovers. Hope you all had a wonderful Thursday, a thunderous Thursday, a tremendous Thursday, a thankful Thursday. I'm thankful for this lot. There's a lot of goodies, there's a lot of resources, videotapes, magazines, catalogs, postcards, kind of, posters. I got all sorts of stuff. On camera you can see some VHS tapes. I'll go through them. Local auction actually appeared on my radar. And apparently these were consigned. And got these for a pretty good price. Really didn't pay all too much. All things considering, it was spread across I think 6 different lots total. I'm not going to go into much detail into what lot was in what. There was some details that I did that were available that I looked at when I purchased, but honestly, there's not too much I've looked into. I'm going to go ahead and show on screen here. This is, I guess I can fix this. This is what I brought home. As you can see, there's a big bag of VHS tapes. It's been a long time since I've had to rewind, be kind, rewind. But a big bag of VHS tapes. Don't have a full count, honestly. And then a lot of paper products. And then one wood product. And if I'm mistaken, it might have, I'm not going to be all too upset if it's not in there. But I thought there might have been a shooter. I might message the guy. Cool story. The guy that purchased this, running the auction, it was a local state house, auction house, whichever you want to call it. The guy ran it out of his essentially like a workshop on his property. Very nice, very kind guy. His name is Ron. Gave him one of my stickers, business cards essentially. Told him a little bit about, and because he mentioned that he liked marbles, and got to chatting with him. He's actually been collecting marbles for, he said, about 30 years roughly. And he offered, he's like, hey, once we get all this situated and packed up and got it ready for you, he's like, if you'd like, I'd be happy to show you inside and show you my marble collection. Man, I was grinning ear to ear. I was like, man, a marble collection, 30 years in the making? Yes, yes, please. And so while he was getting it all, I was chit-chatting with him, and he told me he really, most everything before 1980, whether it's machine-made or handmade, he's into it. And he's been running in this estate auction consignment sale business, auction business, for a number of years. And over the years, like, he's picked up quite a few marbles, and so I got to see his collection, and man, it was make you drool. Of course, I didn't take any pictures, didn't ask to take any pictures. I was amazed. So he told me he'd never been to a marble show, and I was just shocked. I said, man, you need to get some of these marbles in front of eyes of some real collectors, because there's some stuff here that I bet some people would go wild for. A lot of Lutz, a lot of old German banded Lutz, swirls, a lot of clam broths. He had bowls and bowls. I mean, guys, there's these marbles. It's kind of like you could see this picture here in the middle. Maybe zoom in on it. This picture that we're going to see, this is one of the postcards. I mean, this is as much as I've seen. That's what his collection kind of looked like, guys. It was impressive. He had a lot of the Peltier comics. Now, it wasn't like a absolute complete collection. He didn't have the Peltier comics in the original box. Not saying that you're not a real collector, but I'm just saying it's not. He wasn't the greatest collection. I don't know what I'm saying. It was a wonderful collection. Shout out to you, Ron. Thank you so much for welcoming me into your home to show me your collection and talk marbles. But yeah, back to, he had bowls and with clam broths in it, and I was like, oh my gosh! Like, if any of you have watched Gone Marbles YouTube, he discusses, he's big into German handmaids, and discusses the clam broths and how delicate they are. And the clam broth, if you were unfamiliar, I can get this pulled up. Maybe. Broth glass. And is there a wiki for it? Probably not, actually. Huh. But yeah, clam broth is not exclusive to marbles. It's actually not even really mostly marbles. It's this very delicate, almost opalescent, like milky glass. It came out of Europe in the 1900s, 1800s and 1900s. And that's what these clam broth marbles, marble, if I could type correctly. Right here, beautiful. Black, opaque, and then they have some translucence. And man, they just look like little peppermint candies, little candied swirls. It was pretty neat. And Ron informed me today, I got one of these. I'll bring this down, pop this up, that these larger handmaids, he had told me that the larger handmaids they made for children back in the day because they couldn't swallow them. And there weren't too many of them made. I thought that was really neat. I never would have considered that the larger marbles were intended for children, but it makes sense if you have a solitaire board and you're putting little game marbles on it, and you let a child play with it, that might end up in their mouth. So I thought that was a pretty neat tidbit. Thank you for informing me of that, Ron. But yeah, it's enough talking about it. Let's actually get into it. So yeah, as you see here, there's a lot of VHS tapes. I'm sure some of you watching know, some of you probably don't know. I didn't know up until a few months ago, I want to say. It was rather recently. I want to say it might have even been this year that I learned of. Right here we have Running Rabbit auctions. And I can actually pop this over here to the other camera. Running Rabbit auctions and video auction. And my understanding, guys, this is really cool. Running Rabbit and the people behind it, and I apologize. I did do brief research, but it didn't all stick in. Let's see. Danny Turner. Shout out Danny Turner. Danny Turner started Running Rabbits and in 1990s. And it looks like his first one was on February 19th, 1991. And you can see this video's from November 19th, 1993. But what he did is he did marble auctions. And he would ship you out. If I open this up. VHS tape. And the VHS tape would be video catalog. And then he would also ship out a paper catalog of everything in the marble auction. And you would write in your bid sheet here. I don't know how people might take this, but go to the website allaboutmarbles.com if you guys want to find an awesome forum. I'm going to go ahead and pop this up and stretch this over. Clear that. As you see here, I'll let you guys read some of that info. I'm not going to read it all out. I hope you guys can read it. Maybe not. I'll zoom. Oh, I guess that kind of defeats the purpose of being cropped. Man, I really don't know what I'm doing, guys. Anyways, there's some info. Running Rabbits. But they would send out this, and you would get a paper bid sheet, like right here. And you would write in your initial bid and your high bid. Howdy, Luke Duke Outdoors. Interesting. That would be cool to watch. Yeah, dude. I will tell you. So I don't know about the copyright on these, but I'll give you just quick because I don't know how long you'll be here, Luke, and don't mean anything by that. But if you look up Running Rabbits auction on YouTube, someone has already uploaded a few of these. So go ahead, take it out, take a look. To kind of expand on that, skip forward some of these VHS tapes. If I clear this out, some of these VHS tapes do have information on them about copyright. I think it's some of the Robert Blocks, and it might not even be all of them. I know Robert Block is still able to be contacted. Danny Turner, I'm unsure of. I collect marbles also. Yeah, that's awesome, man. It seems like there's a lot more of us out here than a lot of us have realized. And then this whole cool internet thing allows us to connect. But yeah, so I would love to upload these, of course, to YouTube for everyone to watch, just to share them. But I don't know what the legalities of that are, and not even just legalities. I don't want to be rude to the people. Robert Block very much still runs auctions if you're unsure. Only been collecting for 2 years. Hey, just like me, Luke, I haven't been long in the game either. In the game long. About 2 years around then. I'm not going to try and nail down an exact month, but I mean, somewhere in COVID, I think like a lot of us, we were looking for something to do, and hey, I'm glad I found marbles. A lot of people tell me I lost my marbles, and I don't know, maybe I did. I found some too. But I'd love to upload these. I'm sure all of you guys are like, yes, upload them, and yeah, I would love to. Of course, there's some caveats. It's not super easy to get a VHS tape digital. There's services to pay, and I'm not going to do it because they pay per tape. I did on my way home from picking this up, got a VHS or a VCR because didn't have a VCR. Haven't had really a need for a VCR for a couple decades, and I picked up a VCR and a DVD player that I thought the DVD player would allow to feed in, and I thought I might be able to capture something that way. It's a rabbit hole, man. It really is running rabbit. I think maybe there was something they had that thought in mind, but it is very much a rabbit hole that, like the guy I was talking to, Ron, you can spend 30 years, and he's not the only 30-year veteran to say it, but you could spend 30 years studying this stuff and still find something new every day. That's what's so addicting about it to me. It's just too cool. And I just realized I have my stream title wrong. I apologize, guys. I'm gonna fix this real quick. Marble Resources Galore. Okay. And so let's get back to this. Let's do a quick. It's 2, 4, 6, 8, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, roughly 28 VHS tapes that I have here. And they're split, so these are all up here, Block's Marble Auctions. And if you guys aren't, like I said, if you guys aren't familiar, Robert Block, Block's Marble Auctions, if you just do a quick Google search of that, there is a wonderful auction house that he still runs today of probably the best marbles you're going to find. If any of you guys watch my eBay top 10 videos and you enjoy those and you just like drooling over marbles online like I do, go check out Block's Marble Auctions. I'd love to do marble videos of the same nature about his, but I'm not going to bite off their business because I think that could maybe cause some bad blood. Maybe down the line I'll reach out to him, because I think I might reach out to him about uploading these, because I think these just need to get in the hands of the people. Even if they want to upload it to their own channel, I'm sure many of you guys you don't care where you watch them, and I don't really honestly care. I don't want to hoard these to myself. But so these are the blocks. These down here are running rabbits. And they're pretty cool. They run, there's no number ones. None of the VHS tapes are like the first blocks or the first running rabbits. But there are some early ones, like you see there's number 4 blocks, and I think there was like a number 3 rabbit. These are the only things I've looked through, by the way. I said earlier, guys, I haven't looked through. I had to get these organized onto the camera because it was just going to be too jumbled. But I didn't really look too much into it. And I did see some of these are not, and that glare, are not running rabbit or blocks. And it doesn't even say anything about marbles, but I would just assume it's maybe marble related. Lloyd and Chris Huffer present Halloween Happening 1993 gold medal video. And that wasn't the only gold medal. Here's another one. So this is what makes me think it's marbles too. Gold medal VP auction number 1. So although I don't have blocks number 1 or running rabbits number 1, it looks like I have gold medal #1. And I have no idea who this is, so this gives me something to dig into and figure out. Be a real treat to pop that in. Watch it be someone's home tape. I considered this. Ron seemed like a real stand-up guy. I don't think there's really any likelihood, but of course there's always the chance. I consider, what if I get home and pop one of these in and they're all just blank? Where did you find those tapes? A local auction, Luke. A local auction, and there was only one other bidder. I didn't have to bid like crazy for them. To me, it's just a super score. And then the last one here, Elliot's Marbles presents Marble World Video Magazine issue #1. So this one, put it on the iPhone. This one I was super stoked. I didn't see this in the, like I said, there weren't real detailed. I have a VHS player. Yeah, I actually today messaged my mom. Old Mama's gonna come through. Nice marbles. Thank you, Joel. Yeah, I thought some of you guys would enjoy maybe some marbles on screen. I looked through these contemporaries, this bowl of contemporaries. It's actually untouched. That's why I put it back up here. A bowl of contemporaries I looked through on last week's live stream. So if you do like these marbles and you want to learn more about the artists who made them, maybe take a closer look at them, check out last week's live stream maybe. That's crazy. Super score for sure, man. Yeah, thank you. I was just super happy. My heart was pumping last night, I tell you, when it was coming close to auction, because I was just worried that someone else, they might have saw the value, and not even just like monetary, like these will never be resold, but like the smiles that it's brought me. And luckily I am happy to run this YouTube channel and bring the smiles to you guys as well. So yeah, so back to this. Sorry, I get so distracted, guys. I'm super happy. I've had it's been a wonderful day with these. I've been super eager to crack in to the rest of it. I have no idea how long I'm going to stream tonight. I don't know how long it's going to take, but it takes as long as it takes. But yeah, Marble World Video Magazine. So this doesn't even, I don't think this might not even been attached to an auction. It's just, hey, you like marbles? You want to kick back in the recliner, crack a cold one, and watch them scroll across the TV? Yes, I do. And you guys do too, and that's why you're here. So it's really cool. But yeah, quick history. I don't think I said this. Running Rabbits video auction is, to my understanding, the first ever online live streamed auction in the 90s. They would run a live stream and have people chat in their auction bids. No one did it before them. And I'm not saying marbles. No one did it in marbles. My understanding is that no one did it at all. So this super score, like you said, Luke. Do you have any older ones? Older marbles, Joel? I do have a few German handmades. I mean, most of them are going to be real dinged up. I showed this one earlier. It might have even been polished and then tried to make it look like there's a pontal. I have, of course, some Benningtons. I have the smaller, like solitaire board size swirls, like normal 5/8 inch. I have this one here. Joel, if you know about old marbles, if you could tell me anything. I'm stumped on this. That's a little air trap in there, an air trap along the swirl. I think it's just like mid or late 1900s, like just someone having fun maybe. But I've also had some people mention that it could be an old German handmade. And I love that little slice of green, the sliver of green you can see there. Yeah, I don't have too many older marbles, antiques. I have a lot of machine-made vintage. Here's one of my favorites. Anyone know? I'm not going to wait for a chat guess because it's a Superboy Peltier National Line Rainbow. It's a 3/4 inch. yeah, some cool stuff. Just some old swirls. And then, not even all, this isn't even all old stuff. There's a Vacor, an earlier Vacor Michelangelo. Distracted by marbles. I could look at these all day, man. I kind of do. I always got marbles near me, around me, on me. Back to the videos. First ever online auction that I know of, guys. And that's super cool. Super cool. Looks like the marble collecting are making a comeback. Dude, I'm telling you. It seems like marbles is making a comeback. Peltier. Hey, Luke, you got it. Nice. Yeah, it seems like marbles in general, man. Like, it's almost like it's on a 100-year cycle. I would love Superboy. He got it. Nice. See, unfortunately, there's a, if you guys are unaware, I'm on a slight delay. So I'm almost like 15 seconds in the future of you guys. Not really, but yeah, I think marbles in general just seem to be coming back, marble collecting. What I'm really eager about is what seems to me Spider-Man, Pelt, or Superboy. Superboy, you got it. Man, both you guys are on it. You guys, hey, you guys are knowledgeable collectors. But yeah, collecting seems to be coming back, and people seem to be making them more. Just got a Superboy and a marble the other day. Very nice, Luke. The Superboys are super fun. I love them. Of course, the Superman's more sought after by most people, and I don't have a Superman. Of course, I love a Superman, but I love the orange in the Superboy. The way it just like, it doesn't blend, but you know what I'm saying. That, oh, just, so nice. 2 Acro Supermans. Ooh, those are real nice. 2 Acro Supermans. Oh. I'm curious, Luke, were any of them larger sizes or smaller? Any kind of like cool size traits about those? The more I get into it, the more I realize why collectors, like you asked me, like I said, when I got on 2 years ago, been like, yeah, a shooter would be cool. I think it's cool. But like a Superboy in general would be, that's cool. But then now I'm like, man, a Superboy shooter, and that one's not a shooter, it's just a 3/4. But sorry, I'm taking a little drink there. If you guys hear that, I apologize. Let's look at some stuff that aren't VHS tapes. What do you guys think? Talked about these VHS tapes long enough. The gold medal. Yeah, I mean, so like I said, oh, you guys want to see painful. Both are shooters. Both are shooters. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Give you a little clap, Luke. You deserve. That's a nice find. I've won Peltier Superman. Nice, Joel. That's a good one. It's a nice one. I love primary colors. Bold primary colors are among my favorite. So of course, I'm going to gravitate towards the Superboys, the Supermans, the Spider-Mans, Lifesavers. Who doesn't like any of the marbles that collectors have given an unofficial nickname to? One is probably 3/4 and the other's around 7/8. That's nice, man. That's another thing that I see that among collectors. It's like some collectors really like to build out like a box. Maybe you want to build like your own acro box. So you want 10, well, a total maybe 100 acro prize names. So 10 of the red and green prize names, 10 of the blue and yellow, and so on and so forth. But all in the same size. I think that's cool. I like marbles that are different sizes next to each other. So like that 3/4 next to a 7/8, and then if you could maybe get an inch up to it, and then a 5/8. Have you gone to Block's Marble Auction? You know, I've never actually bid on anything at Block's. I don't purchase that many marbles, to be honest. Obviously, if you guys see my videos, I do purchase marbles. But I look at all of Block's Marble Auctions. I always look through them, and I just look through them once. I try not to get like too honed in on the prices. Even though I know that's what some of my YouTube videos are. But yeah, I always look at Block's Marble Auctions online. That's why I was super stoked. And you want to see something? Okay. That's where I get most of my marbles. Hey, good on you, Joel. That's a very reputable way. I used to, well, I still do, in some regard, collect Pokemon cards. One of the best, biggest pieces of advice you could give to anyone that's entering the Pokemon card collecting hobby is buy singles. Buy singles, buy singles. Buy the single individual cards that you like instead of trying to pull the cards that you want from packs. And that's how I view Block's Marble Auction, is you might be paying a little bit more at Block's Marble Auction than what you're going to pay on eBay, but at Block's Marble Auction, you're gonna get what you want, and there's no BS around it, and there's no hoping, there's no guessing. Um, Kudos to you, Joel. Anyone else? I've never really shout them out. It gets kind of weird talking about businesses um, on my videos or live streams or Instagram or anything, because I mean, those are businesses. People, they put food on their tables and their families' tables. So I tread carefully discussing them. But I'll definitely give a big shout out to Block's Marble Auction. Acro Popeyes are in demand. Man, when are Acro Popeyes not in demand? But I think what you guys are going to see, and hey, let's debate it. Let's discuss it maybe. You guys, I think, are in agreement that marble collecting seems to be in a boom, or at least an uptick. Maybe it's not booming, but it seems to be in an uptick. And I think in that uptick, it's a lot of new collectors entering. And what are new collectors going to want? They're going to want the classics. They're going to want to meet the base set Charizards. They're going to want the Pikachus. I have a Pokemon Charizard marble, clear base. That's what I'm talking about, Joel. That's cool, man. I have Pokemon marbles I collect as well. Oh man, so I stopped doing in my YouTube videos, the eBay, I stopped doing group lots because I just didn't. I'm not going to get into it. I stopped doing group lots, and last month, the highest selling group lot on eBay, Pokemon marbles. It was a complete Pokemon marble collection with the master case. So it's the Pokeball that opens up and it holds all of the marble. There's enough slots. There's actually more slots than our marbles in a complete marble decks. That's what I call it, marble decks. And I'll tell you what, Joel, I'm going to do a little shameless plug, shout out. If you go to my website, metamibs.net, and you go to my blog and you scroll, by the way, guys, I'm going to let you know my website's getting an update tomorrow, like a whole rebrand. But if you go to my blog and you scroll almost all the way down to the bottom, I think it's number 6. My blog's titled Pokemon Marbles. I can guarantee you that it is the most comprehensive compilation of Pokemon Marble related info you'll find anywhere on the internet yet. Now, if someone wants to make something more better, please do. You guys are getting a little view of my Crocs, maybe if you look in the bottom right. But if you go check it out, I discuss everything I could find about those Pokemon marbles. If you didn't know, they're made by Marble King. I was shocked. And I don't know how they did the graphics. I never knew that Marble King printed graphics on marbles. But I love the Pokemon marbles. You got me on a tangent. Definitely an uptick marble. Wow, Pokemon marbles, nice, yeah. And when you guys, like you said, an uptick, they're gonna want people, the new collectors. They're gonna want classics. They're gonna want the Popeyes. They're going to want Acro Sparklers. I know Acro Sparklers, it's known to collectors. They used to be worth a lot more, and then they've dropped in price. I think we're probably going to see a big uptick in Acro Sparkler prices. New collectors come in because they're just so nice. I would love to see Masters. I think a lot of the cheaper marbles, I think you're going to start seeing in prices. Vitros, I think you'll see, because Vitros is currently cheap. You can get Tiger Eyes for, I mean, you can get I've seen them, you can get a box set of 25 Tiger Eyes, Vitro Tiger Eyes, for $25 or less, $1 a marble. And I think a lot of new collectors are going to really start jumping on those. But it's all going to eventually dry up. Hey, no worry. I appreciate your time, Luke. I really do. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and a wonderful rest of your time at work. I'll check it out. Wow, Marble King. That's what I said. Yeah, Joel. It really shocked me when I learned that Marble King made those Pokemon marbles. Um, and Luke, I feel bad. We just sat here talking VHS, and now I'm gonna get into the good stuff. That is good stuff. Oh man. Oh, and I got my shooter, like I said, or like I thought there might be. So I'm gonna put this image here, let you guys Google some beautiful marbles. And I'll come back and discuss what these are after I clear off my VHS tapes and the marbles, and I'm gonna move all of the paper products that I got onto it. So be right back. Thank you. Yeah, sparklers, crazy expensive, crazy nice though. I keep getting distracted. There's one thing that I wanted to show you guys. This hurt. So I mentioned Mama's coming to the rescue. Oh, Mama Bear with a VCR, because I stopped at Goodwill today to get a VCR, and then I got a DVD. Long story short, ouch. Now, luckily it's right at the beginning, and I've looked into it and it can be repaired with even just like Scotch tape, basically. I just have to cut it, Scotch tape it, rewind it. But how painful is that? That was the number 4. It's gonna be washed out, but that was the number 4 one that was on top the entire time. It's kind of hiding the damage from me purposefully. That one just really hurt. But it is what it is. I got 24 of these things. Ooh, and each one, I didn't tell you guys, some of them did have run times. Each one seems to be an average of about an hour and 15 to an hour and a half. Some of them seem to be up to 2 hours. Books are also becoming rare. They are, which you'll see, I have some. Well, of course I have some, but I got some in this auction. And you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna keep the marbles off. Just need to put them somewhere that I'm not gonna knock them. If you guys were around last week, I dumped my whole bowl of contemporaries, modern contemporaries, blemishless contemporaries. Knocked them all down, and it hurt the soul. Alright, start filling this up. The connoisseur. I don't drink wine. Wow, VCR, I remember. Oh yeah, man. I was a youngin'. But then, I think I was around... I was young. I think I was around 3rd grade when my family got a DVD player. And that was, you know, big change. I'm not going to get out too much all at once. Let's just go through those first. Like I said, this is going to take me a while, I think, to get through all this tonight. But it takes as long as it takes. Alright. Sorry, I didn't realize I clicked the iPhone off. So yes, this beautiful pictures of marbles that I had intended to leave up for you guys. Running Rabbit auctions, and my guess is the others would follow suit, would send these along with the catalogs. And they're just, as you can see, Kodak printed images. And I was a bit, I'll be honest, like I said, Ron today, shout out Ron, he seemed like a real stand-up guy. But when I saw that these were all Kodaks, like when I was expecting from my research online more like postcard. And I was a bit suspicious, but let me find it here on my web page. And pop it up. So as you can see there, so this is one from 2001, and you can see they did print it on Kodak. It was Kodak Royal, but that was, here, I'll show you the back of this one. 1994. So quite a big difference there. But yeah, I super stoked with these. What I plan to do, and please don't expect a timeline on this. I have so many marble related projects that I have going on at any moment. But I want to scan these and get high resolution images made for you guys. So you could, if anyone wants like wallpapers for your phone, or even if you just wanted to print them off yourself, I'm not going to charge you. Like I said, I bought all these. I'm not upset over it, but this is for all of us. This whole lot has brought me a bunch of smiles, and if I can multiply and compound that number of smiles just by sharing it, worth every single penny. We'll go through these, and I'm gonna get a pointer of some sort. How about a little dinosaur pin? What a fun one. And don't worry, it's oh, I thought it was dry. Yeah, it's not gonna leave any ink if I accidentally touch. What do we have here, man? I mean, so much. Like, what a thing of marbles. Got a peppermint swirl, got a Cub Scout NLR, silver oxblood, maybe an Aid. We got a China flower, hand painted. I mean, it's not just my glare. Unfortunately, the glare from the original photo washes that out. I would have loved to see that. There's a donut or a bullseye. There's Irby. Irby's my favorite Peltier character marble. Are you auctioning them? No siree. The physical, everything that's physical in this lot is going to be staying with me forever and ever. I'll joke and say it'll be buried with me, but the images and everything I'm going to make free for you guys somehow, some way. I really want to make the VHS tapes available, and it'll all be free. Wow. What a photo. Sorry, my flash. The thing is, if I turn off flash, I mean, you can see a bit more actually. Wow. Look at that group of marbles, guys. There's a Superman. Superman, probably a corkscrew. There's a nice hybrid corkscrew. Man, is that a Peltier Miller Swirl Rebel? And oh my, some guineas, some Christensen Agate Flame. If that is a Christensen Agate Flame, that is one of the most layered flames I have ever seen. A mica. Wow, I just have to assume that's also a Christensen Agate, and that is just stunning. These are just a few, and this was, oh my lantern. And if you guys see over here, I have not all of them, but some of the marble auctions, and we'll be able to see some of the prices that they were appraised at, or that they estimated that they'd sell at. Wow, think of that. Just a few of the gems. And auction number 12. Nice picks, spread of marbles, dude. That is an incredible picture. Wow, bunch of handmaids, and then just a big, juicy, fat cork or hybrid. Well, maybe not hybrid, but Popeye in the middle. Ooh, look at that Lutz. I'm gonna turn the flash back on, as if it's gonna make that Lutz shimmer. Wow. Again, look at that handmade. a clam broth, and some more Lutz. That's the guy I picked these up from today, Ron. He looks like a rebel. Yeah, that's what I thought. It looked like a rebel too. He said Lutz is his favorite. He said he loves handmaids and the Lutz. He says anything with Lutz gets a thumbs up in my book. Auction number 15. Just a sampling. Just a sampling. Man, let me tell you, they do not do auctions. I mean, box marble auctions. It's very nice. And maybe, I guess, they just never post pictures. Maybe Robert should start doing this again. I bet you some of these were from some of his. What do we have in here? Kenny, some handmaids, nice big swirl. I love this swirl. Corkscrew. There's a sparkler. The bimbo. Love bimbo. I wonder if that's a Christensen agate or a Peltier. I like to think that's a master. I like to think that master was getting some representation back in. And you know what? Hey, I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret. Joel and anyone else might be watching, might just, you might immediately rush out of the stream and immediately run to Google. I'm watching an auction that a Golden Rebel is in. Now, some people are bidding. They know too. But it's not listed. It's not, you would have had to look through and you had to know. But there's a golden. If you guys go looking, I'm not going to tell you where to look. Because I want to, let me tell you. But there is a Golden Rebel out there for auctioning, ending tomorrow. I like Christensen marbles the most as far as American. You know, I'm going to be completely honest, Joel. I love Christensen, but I don't have Christensens. And so I don't know if I could say something that I don't have I love the most. They're beautiful. I've seen them at shows, and of course I've looked in the books. And I mean, I have, that's, if I reach down here, this was one of my favorite books. One of the first ones that I got. Just Christensen Agate and M.F. Christensen. And I forgot when you mentioned that books are becoming more rare. I don't remember if it was you, Joel, or Luke. But Peltier Glass Toy Marbles by Sammy, Mike, and Gino. Gino, unfortunately, has passed away. They assembled this, and my understanding is this is kind of like, I don't want to say it's super rare because it can be found, and if you want it, I'll tell you where you can get your own, and not just your own, but you'll be able to get one that has Mike's signature in it. But let me show you here. I just got a crack. If you like these images of these marble auctions, here's just an example. Oh man. Beautiful. And they all have descriptions, and then each chapter has a little blurb at the beginning. Highly recommend picking up this book. If you could find it. You're not going to find it anywhere online. I can tell you that. You might, if you get lucky, find it on an eBay auction. If an auction is running for one. You won't find it, buy it now. You won't find it on Amazon. But I can tell you where you could find one immediately. Anyone that's asking, or anyone that's watching, if you reach out to me and contact me on my website, if you want one, I'll tell you where to get it. They're not super cheap, they're not super expensive. I want to say they're like 35, 40 bucks. That one on Blocks is currently over 100. Oh, I can get you a lot cheaper than that. I think $40 is what I paid for my copy, pre-tax. You'd have to pay shipping on top of it, and you wouldn't be buying it from me. You can get them in person or over the phone from a very specific place. Wow. What is that? That is stunning. It just immediately captured my eye, like a claw. Just, and then there's that ox blood next to it. That is incredible. Oh boy. Anyone know what that one is right there? I don't know if I can get it closer, if it's gonna unfocus. Right here? That's a holy grail for a lot of people. Even past the Superman, past the Liberty, past the Indian blanket. That's a blue galaxy. Or at least I think it is. I think it's likely. That is what I love about not just good photos of marbles, but good marbles. Is like good, nice marbles. You just, I mean, obviously I can't call out all of these. I still consider myself very much a novice. But like you look at this as a marble collector and you're just like boom, 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 boom. I know that and that and that and that and that, and it's just, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Just as much as like I love that checkerboard china. That's like a grail of mine. I would love to find a checkerboard. You know, I'll tell you the holy grail marble of mine. Holy grail. I feel bad because I don't remember the guy's name. It's Harold something. Harold starts with a Cole, maybe Kohler, or starts with a K. But the man who did the screen printing on Acros back in the 30s did a zigzag. That's the coolest marble I've ever seen, y'all. But no, seriously, the zigzag, I love it, and the fact that it's so rare. It's so identifiable. It's so simple. It's so iconic. It reaches out of the realm of. It's like the Fletcher Studios. Like that's the thing with. I mean, Annie, Bimbo. Some people know Bimbo, but Andy, Emma, Skeelix, Herbie. Who knows these guys? No one really knows Fletcher Studios characters anymore because Disney's king. But everyone still knows Zigzag. That's a nice one. You guys are probably like, man, get through these photos already, but guess what? I'm sorry, I'm not checking all of the backs. This one did have something on the back. Oh my goodness, what an auction. Number 17, Spring Spectacular. To order, send $20 to Running Rabbit Video Auctions. So that's, wow, for $20, guys, you'd be able to get your VHS tape of the catalog, get entered to be able to bid, get your catalog, like, oh man, that's a deal for $20, even back then. That is too cool. Wow, a lot of nice handmaids in there. I love this leaf pinwheel. I really, really love this. That is so nice. Wild Superman. Some real old, just kind of abstract, handmade. There's a leaves or bird's feet. Wow. Nothing. Just a few really nice marbles. Christensen agates. I wonder, is that, I think, maybe a cyclone or a cobra? I think a lot of people call those. You know, and I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it. I'm going to read this out for a few. First, these are just a few of the great marbles in number 10. 299. See, now I wonder, when it says number 10, it doesn't say Running Rabbit's number 10, nor does it have the their insignia, Running Rabbit Video Auctions, which makes me wonder if this isn't from like that gold medal, or if it's from blocks. But either way. But yeah, like I was saying, I'm going to say it. I've been told, or I've read online, and yes, I do read these and research somewhat. If you guys, I'd appreciate if you haven't liked the video. It ends in 2 days. Yeah, I bet. Yeah. The blocks. Yeah. Like I said, I'm not too caught up on. I don't watch blocks until the end to see what everything goes for. But I've looked through. I don't remember exactly what all is in this month's, but beautiful marbles. Beautiful marbles. Cobra for sure. Yeah, that's what I figured. It's a cool one. These are some cool handmaids. Some nice lets. That one is just. I honestly have to believe this is a more modern. If this is an old handmade German, that is one of the most stunning German handmaids I've ever seen. That purple yellow is rare color. Oh, on this Christensen agate, I'd believe it. I mean, Christensen agates in general are rare, but yeah, I'd believe that. I do like it. It's a nice match. Reminds me of like Easter. Does this have anything? Few of the gems in auction 10 closing November 19th. That is incredible if that is an old German handmade. And now I'm seeing it. It's so busy, but I see it now. It's a, what do you call that? I'm not good with the names. It's the, just a swirled core, maybe. With swirls on the outside. I don't know. That's a beautiful one. Oh, I've never seen a clam broth that big. And maybe these are just peewees to offset it, but I bet you that is probably an inch or close to it. I have never. That is really cool. Auction number 9. 1 5/8 inch clam. Wow. Incredible. Another mix of handmaids and Christensens, and looks like an Acro Oxblood egg yolk. That flame is just absolutely wild. And that Joseph coat is just perfection. Few of the many fantastic marbles in auction number 8. So we're going through. The last one was number 9, the one before it, 10. See if this one will be 7. Wow, peppermint. Just see, I think this is a swirl. High grade Latticino. Looks modern. Yeah, see, that's what I thought. It looked modern as well. Auction 8 gems. Clock has the numbers. Wild. All sorts going on in here. Machine maids, handmaids, Acro, Peltier, Christensen, even a Marble King. Oh, look. Well, yeah, I do. Oh, maybe not. That one looks like a Marble King. That one I could believe is a striped opaque. I could believe it. I'm not saying it is. I could also believe it's a Marble King. Wow. Wow. My guess is they're actually Christensens. Few of the interesting little lots. Maybe not then. Little lots. Maybe they are Marble Kings. Blended rainbows. Huh. Beautiful. Sick marbles. Yeah, dude. These marbles are crazy. And I think, yep, this is the last one before we get to the next item. A lot of Peltier comics again. Looks like the first Bennington I've seen. I'm also surprised that looks like just a plain white and black corkscrew. Pretty basic. Some mica maybe. That's a nice one. No inscription. That's all of them. So how many did we get? 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, I'm going to go slowly. 5. So don't want to damage them. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And this one was kind of like a mini, but 15 of those. That's really cool. Like I said, if you guys keep an eye out, I don't know when, but at some point I would love to get those all uploaded in. I'd probably do like an AI upscale to make them high res so you can put them on anything. Celtic Tiger Marble King. I'm gonna be honest, Joel, I've never heard of that, but that is one of the coolest names I've ever heard. And I gotta go back to look for this. Even if no one else has ever been like, I've never heard of that, that's a crazy. I love that name, and I will call them Celtic Tiger Marble Kings till the day I die. Alright, which one you telling me? I'm gonna try and take a guess. It's gotta be that one, right? Did I have this way the first time? Yeah, I had it this way the first time. This one's gotta be a, or is this? Okay, I'm gonna I'm gonna name them. Top left is 1. This one middle is 2, and then bottom right is 3. 1, 2, 3. Which one is the Celtic Tiger Marble King? I will sit here all night for you to answer me, Joel, because I love that name. And I want one. Even, wow, that's just cool. Celtic Tiger. I'll do it one more time. 1, 2, 3. I don't know, there's a delay. I know it's frustrating. It frustrates me! But I have like that 5G T-Mobile internet, and it's over, you know, the 5G mobile bands, and I don't have the greatest upload latency, which is why you guys see a lot of fuzziness. Hold up. Yes, that's it. 1, 2, or 3, Joel. This lag is, it's kind of frustrating. I'm not saying it's on you, but I like I said, I'll sit here all day. 1, the middle. Okay, this middle one. That is too cool. So, what makes it Celtic? So is it like it's a tiger with the orange, the white, and the black, like a Bengal tiger is how I understand it. But then is it the blue and green, or is it a green or blue? Like what designates it Celtic tiger from a tiger? Yeah, no worries about the delay. It is what it is. You already told me, so I won't keep any time. But I would love to know, and it's okay. But yeah, next lot. Some more Robert Block. Shout out Robert Block, man. The amount of stuff this dude has done for the marble collecting community. It's cool. I can turn this off maybe. Wonder if that's better for you guys. Maybe a little bit. Yeah, got this. Let's see what. I haven't looked into this. I will say I did know this. This was one of the few images in the lots, like the extra images, signed by Robert Block. I'm gonna try and find a publication year in here. 1996. Where you go? Copyright 1996. Don't worry, Robert. I'm not gonna read through this. Just thumb through it. It's a cool one. If you guys don't have any Robert Block books, I highly suggest you get them. They're always wonderful photos, wonderful images, wonderful photos, wonderful information. Um, in the, it's just organized really well. I really do enjoy these Robert Block publications. They always seem very professional. He definitely, it's a case of if it's worth doing, it's worth doing right. So that was a really cool find. So you can grade your marbles. See, I've heard of, there is, let me, I'm not going to link it because I don't know anything about them, but I saw a marble grading business company pop up recently. And I have a standing desk and I've been standing this time. I'm going to sit back while I talk about this 'cause I'm just going to leave those here. I'll put some images of marbles back up for you guys. I don't know if it's actually keeps any viewer retention. Not that it, but marble grading. Again, if you go to my blog, I've written a short article. It's not very good on marble grading. And at the time, I hadn't seen that company, but I've found since that there is a company that will encase it. They'll grade your marbles, which I find very cool. I think it needs to be done. What I find more important, more than the grading, is the authentication process. That's like a big part of if you ever looked into Pokemon cards, like all base set Charizards. If you ever find a base set Charizard, especially if it's first edition, just get it graded, just for the sake of getting it authenticated, because so many fakes are out there. And so for that reason, I love that these marble grading companies are starting up. And it is cool to have the price or the grade numbers, like official, I don't know, officiated, but I don't know. It's just the authentication part and the identification, like getting a guaranteed identification, I think is the coolest part. I love the idea of someone starting, and it would have to be someone in like Robert Block's realm, of being able to ship off like a marble or maybe a small group of marbles, and being able to have them sent back with guaranteed identifications. And so like, even if you're just maybe a marble collector, but you're like, I got some West Virginia swirls, I know they're nicer, I don't know who they are they Heaton, are they Cairo, could they be Jackson? I think that service would be super cool. And I obviously know there's, of course, free resources for people on the forums, but to have an official company, to have someone. Oh yeah, Joel. So about Ranch, it's funny you bring it up. Probably a year and a half ago, I posited this question of grading marbles to the Marble Connection forum, which I regretfully haven't been on in a while. I've just been so many other marble projects I'm working on. I don't know. I need to get on there and talk to great folks over at Marble Connection. But Ron used to frequent those boards. And about a year and a half ago, I posited the question, why is there no marble grading company? Because I come from a Pokemon collecting background, and although I don't really collect graded cards, nor have I ever gotten any cards graded, I posited the question, and Ron gave me a really nice answer, like well written, well thought out. You could tell he was put some effort into his answer. And at the time, Ron said that he did not foresee any company being able to successfully pursue marble grading, because the way he saw it is that there's just too many unknowns, and because the companies didn't catalog their creations. If it was like the Pokemon company, and every single time Acro produced a new marble, they posted on they didn't have a website, of course, but if they created a catalog and of every single marble that they made in every colorway, maybe an endeavor of grading and identifying marbles as a business could be done. But because that's just a few businesses ever cataloged The colors specifically, it almost does seem like an impossible task, like Ron said. But I'm happy to hear that Robert Block is grading, doing a grading. I'm gonna have to, once I get off, I'm gonna have to look into that further. And I wonder, maybe that's who's running the grading service that I saw. But it was its own website. It was like more. I'm not gonna shout him out because I don't know how honest. I mean, it could entirely be you send off your marbles to the, not saying Robert Block, but the other guy, and you never see your marbles again. All right, enough about story time. All that. I'd love to see graded marbles. Who wouldn't? I think it would do a lot for the hobby. Keep that off, actually. I think a lot of people are hesitant spending hundreds of dollars on a marble or marbles, and I think if there was some sort of official PSA level company behind grading, I think that might give yeah, just some meat to the hobby. I should not have done that, but anyways. Alright, get all these out of the way. And we looked at the book. Get this out of the way. I'll tell you guys, there's still a lot to look. Some of this is going to get kind of tough to look at on camera, if I'm being fully honest. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I will find out. You have to dig the factory site. Half the glass samples, other half it's all hopes and dreams. Hey, Shane. Glad to see you. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I agree. That's what I'm saying. You have to dig. That's so much information. If you watch Stephen Barr's videos, he discusses a lot. So much information on where everyone knew. Everyone has this marble, but no one knows where it came from until someone went digging and dug it up at the factory. And hey, I found it. Figured out what it is. Marble auction number 6. Robert Blocks. So like I said, this is going to be tough for me. I guess I can try and lift my camera up here. I am going to disable my camera while I do that. Like I said, I don't know how high I can get it without it losing its center of gravity. Maybe there? So close. Okay, I think that's as close as I'm going to be able to get it for you guys. Straighten this out. Or as far, I guess. Oh, and now it's all wonky. Transform, rotate. What do you guys think of this music? I'm loving it. Well, it was kind of fitting. I put on 1950s rock. And it's not a actual 1950s rock. It's a copyright-free 1950s rock. There we go. And that glare is going to be kind of rough, but I'll try and make do. So here we go. We have a Marble Auction number 6 catalog. December 11th, 1992 from Robert Block's Block Box. Pretty cool figurine of some kids playing marbles. Here we go. It's all of the terms of service. And I am not going to read through all of this. I hope, and I don't know how the resolution, hopefully you guys can read it if you want to and you can pause it. I know I'm not being able to get a full page. There we go. That's a full page. Hopefully it's good enough resolution for you guys to pause and read if you want. Looks like just has some information about the grading, the grades, how they grade, how the bidding process goes. Looks like all sizes were in 1/8 inch increments. Has some confidentiality, so no one would know who you are. You were anonymous when you bid. In terms of shipping. Wow, and here we go, the lots offered. And look at those prices, guys. And remember, this is from 1992. Number 1 sulfide in good plus condition, $300 to $450. Look at some of these. A rare two-sided. So that, I was reading up about sulfides the other day. If you guys check out my Instagram, I made a Instagram post about sulfides, and when I was reading up about them, I learned that the two-figure, well, this is a two-sided figure, but sulfides with more than one figure in them obviously are more rare and more sought after. And so here we have a two-sided figure, stag's head with antlers on one side, similar to the symbol on a Jägermeister bottle. On the other side is a goat standing over a boy who is reclining under a tree. Sulfide is a great figure that is clear but has a heat fracture. This is a rare and unusual marble in greenish tinted glass, 1/5/8 inch, polished, $1,000 to $1,500. Polished even at that price. But I've never heard of any sort of sulfide that would look like that, and it sounds pretty interesting. Personally, it sounds a bit not of my taste, but it's cool. Jägermeister is my taste. I do enjoy Jägermeister. I don't drink much, but Jägermeister is pretty tasty. Some black licorice. Wow, swirls, 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 swirls. So a lot of these, it looks like they're lots of swirls. Oh, and here we go, guys. The next page has the images. So let me go back and read. It was number 9 is the two-sided one. So here it is, lot 9. Oh, it doesn't show us both sides. But that's the boy sitting under the tree with the goat. So the other side would be the stag with antlers. It's like there's some of the numbers. And here's a pretty cool one. Here's a, I don't remember exactly what it's called. It's 92. I'm gonna skip ahead real quick. I just actually learned this the other day. I feel like I relearned it, if I'm being fully honest. I knew it at some point and I forgot it, and I was super happy to relearn. 92. Ballot box. Of course, yeah, it's a ballot box. This is where the term blackballed come from, guys. They would do this voting. You'd have these marbles and you'd be given a white and black marble, and that's how you'd vote. Like white would mean yes or black is no, or some form of voting like that. And that's where the term being blackballed came from. You got blackballed. Maybe in some instances you wanted the black balls as votes, but I think in the classical sense, it's not good. Those are cool. Looks like a lot of some tic-tac-toes and Gantt boards. Lot 95. I'm gonna skip because I'm just curious if these are original or if someone made them. 95. A lot of wood game boards include. All are contemporary woodworker samples and overruns. Still cool. It's a whole bunch of books. Those look like old books. Go through this page again. Or not again, but this page, if you want to pause it, you can. It's like mostly all end of days and then some other handmades. Some Michaelots. And then the images themselves. I'll tilt it for the glare. Some beautiful onion skins. It's that swirl lots that they were mentioning. Wow, guys, this is... Don't stop. Some handmade, some swirls and acros down at the bottom. Some Peltier character marbles. There's another real large, well, I would assume a large clam broth. 64. Oh, it's banded what's? 64. Opaque black. Oh, okay, yeah, 64 clam broth. I was about to say opaque black, 1 3/4 inch, as a near 2-inch clam broth. I didn't even know those got that big. I know we saw the one earlier. Before tonight, I had no clue. Now these are interesting. These look like mineral spheres, but maybe they're printed carpet balls. We're looking for lots 84 and 85. Yep, carpet balls. 100 to 200 bucks. Mottled green and yellow pattern of eyes. Can't really see the eyes in the photo. Looks like a bunch of ceramics, clays, Benningtons, some acros. Package of Bogart and Sons. That's cool. Don't see that very often. Bunch of LUTs. Some mineral agates. Oh, here's cool. I might have to go back. Number 83 is a Jim Davis. Andy Davis's son. What did it say? I forgot. 83. Oh, it might not have it. That's a bummer. What if I go back to the last page? No. Maybe it'll come up. Try and keep that in mind. 83. 83. Any 83? There's 83. There's a Jim Davis. Looks like 2 of them. That's cool. Some micas. Remember, these are the prices that people were paying 30 years ago. Box of 100 bloodies for 75 to 150. I was just talking to someone who bought a box of those recently. I don't know a clue what they paid, and I don't think they had the full 100, but that's not bad. A lot of Tomorrow Emma and Andy for 150 to 250. It's about what they go for nowadays still. There's a CAC electric orange slag, 75 to 150. 112 if we keep an eye out. I'm curious, 91. Okay. Oh, an emergency. Hope everything's okay. Whole bunch of stuff. Wow, this is just a full-on mixed lot. 147. We're gonna have to keep an eye out for what they describe that as. Here's one cool, the acro tea sets. I like the acro wear that they made. That's super cool. Mountain shooters. I love that that image. 147, we need to keep an eye out. There's the prices for some acros. If you wanted to pause and... Like I said, I apologize. I don't think... My guess is not all of that comes through super clear for you guys. But, trying my best. We'll say, and I know it's frustrating, it's clear on my screen, because I see what it looks like before it gets fed through YouTube servers. Wow. There's some swirls. 139, some wire pulls. Wow, they even have 3 wire pulls they estimated at $50 to $100. Wow, 2. I'm interested. So in this one, I find this interesting. Lot 138 has some Peltiers, right? And I think most all of us, and you might not say that time, it looks like a Superboy. Now what's interesting is here, if we go to lot 138, lot of 7 marbles, old rainbow aventurine, opaque white bag, aventurine surface, and unusual looking marble, old rainbow aqua, Opaque aqua base with red swirls, near mint plus. So this was before the classic, or the nickname, the classic nickname of Superboy or Spider-Man. Bogart's Mountain Shooters. Yeah, dude, isn't that cool, man? I love that that image. It's really neat. Like I said, I saw that earlier, and you don't see those very often listed in the catalog. Alright, looks like this is going to be the end of the catalog. Well, the cataloged Watts marbles. There's still more pages to look at of info. Looks like one more Jim Davis. There's a Gibson, a couple Charles Gibson. Oh wow! Hold up, Mark Matthews, 150. Wow. So one of these was Mark Matthews. Is that right? 150? No, 149. That looks more like Mark Matthews working. Okay, that's cool. I'd love to get a Mark Matthews for $100. All right, let's see. Glossary of terms. Chip, diameter, ding, fracture, handmade, machine-made, manufacturing defect, polished, striae, transition. Oh, they had their future auction scheduled. They had the entire year scheduled out. That's cool. So it looks like they did 4 auctions per year. Minimum of 150 lots in each auction. Looks like they took a 10% consignment fee. And it looks like lots had to have a minimum estimated value of $50. Interesting. That makes sense. Hey, Blue Crow. How's it going? Hope you're having a wonderful Thursday. I appreciate you stopping by. We're taking a look at some old 1990s marble auctions catalogs. Robert Bloch's marble auction number 6 specifically from December 11th, 1992. So this would have been the bid sheet. That's cool, man. So you'd put your initial bid and then what your highest bid. That is neat. And they took 5% buyer's premium. You know, I'm not saying anything wrong, but I always did find it odd that auction houses take a commission, like a consignment commission from the person selling, and then they take a buyer's premium, they take a fee from the person buying. Hey, you do you, I just found that interesting. Consignment sheet. Oh, so you could, if you wanted to consign, that's what you'd fill out. Absentee marble auction for number 6. I don't quite know what that would mean different. It seems like the same thing, just not with images. Yeah. Interesting. Huh. Well, maybe I'll give that away sometime. Maybe not. I mean, it's basically a copy of this. It's not as high quality. So this is like printed like a book. It's got staples. It's got a spine. This is just stapled, like a copier stapled, sloppily. Oh! Oh! Marble Mania, yeah. These are the winning bids. Alright. Whoa. That's cool. Interesting. So anywhere that an R is it didn't meet the reserve, and it shows what the reserve was. So let's look at what was the highest selling item. So I'm just curious. I think it's number 64 at 1100. 64 was, I think we looked at that when we were reading it. Yep, it was the 2-inch clam broth, or the 1 3/4 inch. So that was the highest selling item in this auction. 30 years ago. Over 30 years ago. 30 years and change. Wow. That went for $1,100. And then I'm curious, what was the 147? Didn't meet the reserve. 147 had a reserve of 400. It's gonna be on the last page. I think those were all like Christensen's. Miscellaneous. Oh, okay. So this was, I forgot to look at this. Miscellaneous, a lot of approximately 1,700 marbles. The marbles are all machine made from various manufacturers from 1920s through present. 1/2 inch to 1 inch, mint to good, mostly mint. They estimated at 150 to 300. The reserve was 400, and it didn't sell, and that's that group. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't. 400? That's a lot to... That's gamble. Honestly, that's a gamble at that point. Okay, I'm not going to give that away because that is all of the prices. I might make a video out of this. That'd be cool. I could go through... Yeah, that's cool. Maybe I'll make a video out of just that. And if people like it, I'll do it for more. Alright. Oh man, we got so much more to go through. Takes as long as it takes, isn't that what I said? It's been an hour and a half. Gee golly. I don't know. We'll go through. We'll make it. Okay, well, I'm gonna get a drink. Alright, I am back. Oh, never mind. Just gonna plug that in. Alright. Auction number 4. This is the auction of the tape that I ruined. Ruined! And, there, we got the winning bids off for this one too. $2,300. I'm not gonna look through it all, but I gotta look up that one. Number 9. It's obviously gonna be an old handmade. It's gotta be, unless it's like a NLR. But even then, in the 90s, number 9, sulfide, extremely rare. Oh, it's a blue sulfide. Yep, blue number 3. Wow. Where is it? I want to see a picture. Number 9. Oh no. No picture of lot number 9? What? That's a crime. Oh, here we go, here we go, here we go. Wow. What? Oh my gosh, look, a box of guineas. We're gonna have to look up what that sold for, but look at that. A blue number 3 sold for $2,300 over 30 years ago on the 4th ever marble auction, block marble auction. Then those guineas. The guineas sold for the box. Oh, wow. Okay, I just missed that. They sold for more. You know, take a guess. I'll let everyone just in your own time guess. They sold for this box of, let's see, hold up, count. 5, 9, 13, 16 guineas. Wow, let me make sure I read that right. Yep, 16 guineas. $4,550. That's what they sold for. And they were estimated at, yeah, 4,000 to 6,000. That's incredible. It says of G.A.E. Albright. So, wow. I'm not going to go here. I'll put this up actually. And if you want to pause, original J.E. Albright Company Guinea box. This is an extremely rare and unusual set. Very few are known to exist. The box is gray, and the upper left-hand corner of the cover is printed 25. I guess presuming that there were 25 originally in the box, so that's shorted 9. In the upper right-hand corner of the cover is printed number 0. In between these marks is pasted a sticker that reads Guineas. The remainder of the cover has a sticker affixed to which it reads in red, Albright brand of glass marbles, J.E. Albright Company, Ravenna, Ohio. See Grist, Machine-Made and Contemporary Marbles, page 60 for an example of this type of sticker. The cover and bottom have the word number 50 handwritten on them. Okay, I'm not going to keep writing into it, but that's interesting. It's just more description about the box, not so much the history. I'd have to get that book out, which I might actually have if I were to look around, but I got way too much to dig through on this. The rest of this box, it's a cool one. Wow, $4,500 for a box of marbles. If you told that to someone, they'd probably think you lost your marbles. Now this looks really cool. Marbles as Historical Artifacts by Mark E. Randall, Marble Collector Society of America. They run a wonderful site. I use their site a lot for referencing. Table of contents. Index. Intro. This is a guide to the identification of marbles used in the United States from the pre-colonial period to the present. It is designed for researchers and interested persons in historical archaeology and for marble collectors. Here, let's read the acknowledgements real quick. The new information presented here was made possible by direct assistance from several persons interested in the history of marbles. Much information and helpful criticism of the organizational system came from Ray Irwin and Dennis Webb, as well as Floyd Brown, whose collection added information on several new varieties and contributed many good dates. Dennis Webb contributed much of the information on marble manufacturing companies in West Virginia. He and I are grateful to all of these companies for their cooperation, and especially to Jack Bogard of C.E. Bogard & Sons, and to Roger Howdysell of Marble King. I love that name, Howdysell. That is too cool. This is awesome. Whoa. Spiral color combinations. How how cool is that? It's like a infographic for figuring out antique swirls. Wow. This is too cool, guys. It's just the bummer that there's no images, but it's still really cool. It's a bit confusing to read, but it's neat. Wow. Okay. That's enough of that. That's super neat. I didn't know this existed. I don't know where you'd even find this. I'll have to look up more into it. Like I said, this whole box just gives me so much to look into. I hope to own a guinea one day. History piece you have here. Yeah, man, this is cool. This is, and there's no publication date that I can find. Oh, there it is. Oh my. I'm shocked. Okay. That is old. And I'm sure there's some that are older. But this is the oldest in my collection. You're not going to be able to see it because it's going to be upside down. I'll put it this way. $1979. It's near 50 years old it's coming up on. And it's still in this condition. I mean, a little bit of bending. Someone has cared for this. And I will continue to do so. So I'll set that there. Those were cool. This was, man, a shooter. That's too cool, guys. For those with weak thumbs. That's cool. Fun stuff. I'm gonna take this with me. I like to hide marbles on my walks with the dog. I'm gonna take this with me in my pocket and I'm just gonna launch them that way. Just according through a couple thousand marbles, mainly West Virginia swirls. Hey, kudos to you, because that's a tough task. West Virginia swirls are not easy to sort. Can be, yeah, that's tough. Now, does anyone have any idea what this is? I obviously presume it's something for marbles. Is it just like a holding? Is it a place that you put them around here and you want to look at one, you can roll it around? And I have no idea, but this is cool. Is it intended for a game? You can also set around the rim. I have no idea. I guess I should look on the back. It says made in Germany. Who knows if that's true? Is that what? Oh, is this like an old? Oh, I wonder. Am I supposed to do this? Nope. Just don't think that was the right move. I have no idea. This is cool. Definitely going to be a new thing I keep my marbles in. Reminds me of when I was a kid, not too long ago, early thousands, Beyblades were the rage. And, you know, funny enough, Beyblades seem to have made a comeback. I wonder. I bet you would be pretty good for. Oh yeah, the Andy Davis top. Well, while that spins, I'll get the next items up and ready. Oh, this one's super cool. I was very happy to have this. I have no idea how I'm going to keep it. A lot of this stuff's going to be kind of weird and finicky to keep. But check out that. May 10th, 1937, Life magazine. Kid playing marbles on the front cover. That top's still going. German checkers. I like that. That's funny. Neat. One more. Alright, let's see. I'm going to be as careful as I can with this. It's very large. Here, I'm just so that you have a comparison. Now these are like normal, is it A4 printer paper? So as you can see, it's a large magazine. I imagine I'll have to frame it. I don't know. But then I can't look in it. I don't know. I'll figure something out. But let's crack it in. Let's see if we can't find this. Wipe my hands. Make sure there's no grease. Too Cool Life Mag. That's what I'm saying. 90 years old almost. Here, I imagine this is gonna blow out. But we'll try it. Oh, it shook. This was doing. Okay, there we go. That'll work. And I will hide the iPhone. Westminster Abbey. The Prince and the Pauper. Where is my marble article? Muncie, Indiana. I used to live in Indiana. Wasn't too far from me. I'd say that it was still over an hour away, but anyone that's lived in a flyover state knows nothing's really that far away if it's in your own state. What year? It's 1937, Joel. May 10th, specifically. 1937 was when this was issued. Oh, you know what? I wonder if it's going to be the color in the middle. No, I was at the... Whoa. Whoa! Okay, so this isn't marble related, but that's just a really, really cool, like, drawing. Imagine it might have been a lithograph of Westminster Abbey for, this must have been the Queen's coronation. Wow. No. Coronation of King. Okay. King George VI. Yeah, because the Queen, I was like, man, I was sitting there like, she's been Queen for 90 years, or was Queen for 90 years. But that makes more sense. I'm sorry, guys, I can't find this marble article. I wonder if it's just the cover image. It doesn't say anything, like give an indication as to what the article could have been about. The advertisements are really cool. Alright, one quick brush through, one more quick brush through. I know, I'm sorry you guys aren't getting to see all of the pages because of the angle, but I don't want to spend all that long. So here's my question, I guess I should look into it. Was this then King George VI? Was that the Queen's husband or father? Man, that's a bummer. I can't find anything marble related in here. Why would they do that? I'll have to look into it later. And if I find something... Man, guess what, guys? Leslie Howard says Luckies are tops with his throat. You're having throat issues? Just reach for the Luckies. Alright. Nah, one last final look. That's a cool image. Cool magazine. Cool piece. I mean, all in all, I spent a fair bit on all this, but when you break it down to each item, paying $1 or $2, maybe a bit more, it's worth it. We still have quite a bit to go through now. I will say a lot of this more is, I think, just mostly images, magazine cutouts, newspaper cutouts. So like here's one. I will cut that off. Sorry, I have my camera situated on a thing and it wants to auto orientate. There we go. So it's just about it's a advertisement of shoes, but then kids playing marbles at the top. It's March 1926. The Ladies' Home Journal. That's a cool piece. That is almost 100 years old. 90 some years old. Cool. Playing a game of Ringer. And I like too that the artist, because this isn't a picture, it's my guess would be it looked like a watercolor. But then the circle's not perfect circle, because it wouldn't have been. It's a cool one. Put this, I'm gonna put this there. Alright. Next one. Wranglers advertisement with a boy playing marbles. Good news for mothers, good news for mothers at last. Here are jeans with knees that outwear the rest of the garment. It's funny. Saying your son can play marbles all day and won't wear out his knees. Well, the knees in his jeans. Oh, here we go. Wrangler jeans, boy shooting more. Oh, I thought maybe it was going to have information on the publication date. Looks like Bluebell. I don't know. Oh, I just realized too, that's interesting. It looks like Bluebell used to be the company that made Wranglers. The more you learn, the more you know. It's a cool one. Alright. I will say too, they're not all that I have left is just these advertisements. There are some other stuff. There's a Kellogg's. Looks like a more recent, maybe 70s or even 80s. The girl playing marbles. And I'm trying to brush over. I don't see any mention of... Oh, there we go. Okay. 5 or 6 cats, pretty handsome wooden crank. Mary has a fine selection of posters advertising Kellogg's cereals, particularly cornflakes. One from 1965 has a Norman Rockwell-influenced photograph of a freckled tomboy who has set aside a grocery bag containing a box of Kellogg's cornflakes to play a game of marbles. Oh, so it's just a description. So that was an old marble. Okay, interesting. Malnutrition has become a national menace. Wow. Well, that's not as fun and happy as marbles, but still cool and interesting. I'm gonna guess that's from Depression era. Yeah, Herbert Hoover. Oh, during the word, it's okay. Interesting. And then Post Toasties, cornflakes. And it mentions nothing about marbles, but it has kids playing marbles and adult watching them. I mean, I think this goes to show how popular marbles used to be back in the day. It's just like, whatever it is, just throw a kid playing marbles on it. This one is from May of 1930. McCall's Magazine. Cool. Let's get into the next ones. I have no idea how many there are here. Okay. That's cool. A Second Life magazine. The exact same one. May 10th, 1937. It's the large size. Maybe I'll give this away sometime. I don't know if you guys, if you don't follow me on Instagram, tomorrow I'll be giving away a marble. I don't honestly know what marble yet. But every Friday, I do some sort of, try to make it fun, some sort of fun contest to give away a marble. Those are cool. Tom Sawyer washwear for real boys. Again, no mention of marbles within the text, but boy playing marbles. And there's Tom Sawyer painting his fence. Some kids playing marbles up here. This has a date of May 1920. And this one is like saran wrapped, shrink wrapped to this board, which is nice. I mean, I imagine it's gonna keep it longer. It's from the Ladies' Home Journal. That's a neat one. Definitely see the Norman Rockwell influence in a lot of these. Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna grab a fat stack. The boys like play marbles in the spring. The boys like to skate. A girl helps the boys skate. The girl plays on the seesaw. She likes to go high. It's from My Weekly Reader, edition number 1, March 1954. What a weird one. My Weekly Reader. Oh, okay, so it's to children to teach kids to read. My Weekly Reader. That makes, it's like a See Dick Run. I don't remember what that's called. Future President of the United States deserves mass mutual protection. Okay, again, a insurance advertisement, but marbles are popular, so let's throw a kid playing marbles. And you know what kids love more than playing marbles? Political pins. They gotta show off who their parents' favorite politician is. Some things just don't change. And I will leave the politic talk at that. Big Nevada Gamble. It's interesting. You don't see that often Native Americans portrayed with marbles very often. Interesting. I might have to look into. I'm trying to brush through this text at the bottom. It looks like this is short story, it seems like. No higher stakes ever wrote on a marble shooter's skills. I'm gonna have to find that story. Williams Forrest wrote it. Saturday Evening Post, June 20th, 1959. Marble game story. That is cool. Saturday Evening Post. I'm pretty sure Norman Rockwell did a lot of paintings for them. I don't know who that is. That signature, I'll look into it. That's cool. Vacation time is here. Firestone. Forget that Firestone used to do footwear. Think of them as a tire manufacturing. The American Boy, June 1927. This kid's playing marbles. One kid saying, "Hey, you gotta stay out. You gotta stay out the ring. You can't be crossing over the ring to shoot." That's funny. That's cool. Hey, come here. We're playing a game of marbles. Those look like nice shoes. Firestones. What's going on here? I can't read what that does it say on the back. Country Gentleman, March 10th, 1923. This is the cover. Hoover on Prosperity. It's got... Is that Hoover or is it Roosevelt? 1923. Unfortunately, I don't know my presidents like maybe I should. I find this kid kind of menacing. This is weird. Looking over. It's cool he's shooting marbles, but... I mean, I would assume it's Hoover, but... what's this say up here? Miss Kate B. Glover, Keota, Iowa. 7/21/23. Man, what delay? Published in March 10th, 2023, and she didn't get it delivered until July 21st. I say 2023, 1923. She had that delivered. In 1 month, it would be 100 years ago. Incredible. Oh no, this one's a stretch, but I guess it is kids playing marbles. Again, Ladies' Home Journal. Paul Parrott Shoes. Boys playing marbles. Paul Parrott. Bet you those were very popular. I feel like I've heard it at some point, but they look like the classic children's shoes, girls' shoes. Interesting. Ooh, a marble rolling game. This game may be played by any number of boys and girls, but first you will want to know how to make it. On a square of heavy cardboard, draw dotted solid lines as shown on Figure 2 diagrams, shown in the 2 diagrams in Figure A. Interesting. So it's almost like you make a little roulette board. April 1946 by Steve Prohaska. Why? Hold up. I'm gonna Google that. That just seems... I'm not even saying to marvel. Steve Prohaska just sounds... Why? No, nothing. Interesting. Prohaska. Children's activity, marble rolling game. Interesting. It's a cool one. Alright. Flying through them now, guys. I can see the end. Whoa. This is cool. Collector's Showcase. This is a magazine. It's in plastic. I'm gonna take it out. It's not sealed in plastic. Just a dust jacket. Wow, it's in wonderful condition. Collector's Showcase. It's August 1991, volume 11, issue number 8. Marble Days, America's premier collector's magazine. Cocktail shakers, advertising blasters, and Western playing cards. I'll be as careful as I can because this is in pristine condition. Try and find the marble craze. And I'll say, I see that. I know a lot of people don't like it, but around where I am, Aunt Jemima stuff is very common because it started just 20 miles up the river. A lot of the farmers back in the day sold their grain to Aunt Jemima. Where are the marbles? Alright. Come on. You're killing me, Smalls. Killing me, Smalls. There we go. Marble Days. Okay. Wow. Well, that's definitely a Norman Rockwell painting. Hey, look what it is. There's some sulfides, some swirls. End of days. I love these, the China landscape like scenes. Tony Jones, 1991 Marble World Champion. Official marble terms. Oh, these are all for games. Ante, bommies, bowling, capture, clearance, cunny thumb. Cunny thumb, interesting. Dubs, dibs, for keeps. I love that, dibs. It's called when a player is picking up captured marble. That's the last page of the marble stuff. That's cool. That should get scanned and uploaded as well. Carefully get that back in, because that is in, like I said, perfect condition. Alright, let's see what else we got. Oh my gosh, another stack. Alright. Looks like some more magazines. Set those there. I'll go through the images first. And here we go. And that's not a double. Well, that's not. It is a double. It's not the one I showed you earlier. It is a double. All right, here we go. Saturday Evening Post. Oh boy, scolding the cat marbles. May 20th, 1954. A bit damaged, unfortunately. Looks like there was maybe a sticker there that they peeled off. Bob Hope. Cover issues. Sunday Evening Post, March 20th, 1954. No fudging. To the kids of El Paso's Guadalupano Day Nursery, Sister Maria de la Garcia is a sure shot with an Aggie. The little nun plays marbles with the youngsters' dailies, while their mothers work at nearby factories and stores. The community chest supports the nursery, and Sister Maria de la Garcia supplies the fun. Occasionally, her soft Spanish is spiced with mild marble game threats in English. I was reading that blurb down there. That's funny. That is neat. That one's gonna be on my wall. 100%. Does it say where it's from? Look, 8/30/1949. And I don't know if you guys saw what I saw, but that's cool. That is 100% going to be framed on my wall. That is too cool. It's a great story. I love that. That might be my favorite cutout thus far. That's, you guys can't see, but I'm just grinning ear to ear. That's cool. And here we go. The classic Norman Rockwell. It's got some damage up there. Looks like it's just the cover. Communist Wreckers. It's got a sticker on there too. Let's see. Went to a A.L. Rickle in Hastings, Nebraska. It says March 42. It makes me wonder, did this get ordered years later? I know it's one of the most popular Norman Rockwell paintings on the Saturday Evening Post. It's a cool one to have. It's probably worth framing. Fortunate it's damaged, but that's okay. Not all grown-ups let you win. I'm not going to read that article, but that's funny. Well, not right now. It's like mostly just cat's eye. Oh, there's a corkscrew, but mostly just cat's eyes and stuff there at the bottom. Marble Champion post cover. Now what is... Is this just like a print? Sorry, I'm gonna take this off camera. This doesn't seem like to be the actual cover. No, this is like a print of it. That's cool. That's super cool. It's in much better condition than the actual cover, as you would presume. Cool. For Sunday's best. I don't like the lyrics on this. I have no idea what song this is. We're just gonna start it over there. Bum, bum, bum. The Ladies' Home Journal, August 1919. That might be the oldest we've seen. It's color, that's cool. Crompton all-weather corduroy. Look at those suits with the tight legging. And his hat full of Benningtons. That is cool, man. Companion. June 1949. Woman's Home Companion. Come clean, my love. Dan Musey. Frankfurt, somewhere. Can't see the state. That's a cool one. Winners and Losers. Marble Tournaments is one hot weather show in which the cast never does any ham acting. What a tag. Does that have a year? From Life, 1947. Girl entry, Ophelia Graham of Cleveland, was one of 3 feminine contestants. None reached the final round. Oh, there's a second page hidden here. If I can be so careful not to rip or fold. pull the... Should have done that. Whole thing out. Maybe not. I don't want to come out. Well, there's a second page behind there, and I presume it's just the remainder of the story. That's cool. Get these out of the way. What is that, like 20, 30 cutouts now? You know, I am really close to, like I said, that $1 per item at this point. Absolutely worth it. Oh my gosh, there's so much more. Okay. At least some of them are doubles. Alright. Let's go through this stack. That is empty. Not a good sign. I haven't seen anything out of it. Like that fell out. That's a cool image. Boy playing marbles with his dog. June 1946. The grade teacher. Who doesn't love that image? I'll leave that there for a second, take a drink. Man. Boy and his dog. This one cracked me up. This was one of the few images that was in the auction, like close-ups. It was a laundry. Kid playing in the dirt. You see, he's extra dirty. All of his clothing. That was me when I came home as a youngin'. It's funny. Man, there's a lot of these Norman Rockwells. I know it's, like I said, it's one of the most iconic Norman Rockwell images. And for marble lovers, of course, they're gonna love it. This one looks cut out. So I wonder if there was if it was on the cover, and maybe it was on the inside as well. But this edge, it's been ripped out of a spine. There's the Tom Sawyer. That's a double. We've seen that already. It's a cool one. I like the doubles. Somehow I'm gonna get them to you. That's, unfortunately, you can see this wasn't quite tall enough. It has a bit of folding damage at the top. That's a bummer. But at least it's a double. Crompton all-weather. So this is the same advertisement that we saw earlier, the 1919. Same exact advertisement, just smaller and black and white this time. It's pretty cool. The Youth's Companion. 100th year, 1926. Shipped to Mrs. I.W. Crampton of East River, Connecticut. No information on the back. Shooting their taws. Oh! Okay, so the image, I couldn't figure out. These are, each of these platforms is a ring for a marble tournament. Shooting their taws in the championship. See page 274. 274, there's not that many pages here, bud. Feels like about 20. Oh, 284. Championships. This is interesting. So it's like it's a newspaper for young boys, mostly, I imagine. Maybe some girls read it. Interesting. Maybe I'll take a closer look sometime. But if I'm being honest with you guys, I'm about ready to start my evening routine, getting ready for bed. I'm still not done. Spinning Wheel, National Magazine about Antiques, November 1966. Nothing on the back. This one's in rougher condition, so I'm not as worried about handling it. So, I wonder if this is saved with all of this, if marbles are in here somewhere. And that would be really interesting to read about. Features cabinet keys, mustache spoons. I have no idea what a mustache spoon even is. Swirl and sulfide playing marbles, page 20. Wow. It's a whole article about swirls and sulfides from 1966. That's got to be one of the earliest. Roger C. Miller. Translation by Peter Schultz. Huh. Very neat. Glad that one's in there. Joey'd have to go to bed. Peace out. Hey, Joel, I appreciate you hanging around. I'm impressed. I thank you very much. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening. Sleep well and have a wonderful weekend. I hope you find many wonderful marbles out in the wild. And I'm sure if you keep at it, eventually that guinea will show up for you. I pulled that off. We've looked at this, the corduroy advertisement. Looked at it in color and looked at it in black and white. Delco Remy. Tune up your car for the first days of spring. Again, let's throw kids playing marbles on it. Thought maybe in this inscription it would have something about marbles, but it does not. Oh my gosh. Okay, it's just the page. Found the page. Okay, here we go, guys. What it said. This little boy has the way of champions. Ben Hogan never lined up a putt with more devastating precision. Babe Ruth never concentrated harder on a ball he pelted out of the park. This youngster is so intent on playing marbles that you can almost feel the world stand still around him. As a spectator, your eyes would be glued to that trigger-taut thumb. You'd follow the clicking marbles, fascinated, but you'd miss the flick of the tongue that signals a play quicker than a catcher can call for one low and inside. In short, at the height of the action, you'd see the play, but not the player. That's instinctive with all of us, but a picture can show us both in one intimate visual impression. That's cool. I'm glad I found that. See, now this one says Life 1952, which is interesting if those issues said 1937. Great literature and history. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, I appreciate you, Shane. I'm happy to share it with everyone. Like I said, I mean, this is just the beginning. I hope to scan a lot of this, upload all the VHS tapes. If, obviously, I'm not going to try and upset anyone. Oh, this is neat. I had no idea this was in here. Glass Collector's Digest. Actually, I'm going to pull this up because it's smaller. It'll fit on the iPhone. Whoa, look at that contemporary. Oh, there's some Mark Matthews. Yep, Mark Matthews marbles. I was about to say, that's a Mark Matthews, and then, yep, the rest of it all looks his filigrano. Mark Matthews, A Symphony in Glass, 28. He's the one I truly owe it to. Probably never would have entered the marble collecting hobby. Oh, there's this population portrait. If I hadn't stumbled across Mark Matthews marbles. Wow. It is truly incredible what Mark is able to do with this medium. Cool. That's a neat one. Very neat. Alright. And we are almost to the end now, y'all. We are. Set those aside. We'll go through these first. Alright, I'm gonna tidy up before I get into them. Just a moment. As you can imagine, I've made quite a mess around myself. Alright. Smithsonian Magazine. Now, pretty cool fact, this is, to my knowledge, one of the most expensive or highest selling marbles, individual marbles ever. This specific exact sulfide that was photographed here of the Christopher Columbus. This is April 1988 issue of the Smithsonian. I'm super happy to own it because I've known about this issue but never read it. Yeah, super cool. Oh, there we go. Kids and collectors are still knuckling down to business. It's a cool one. Oh, what Toyota was that? Oh, it was a Volkswagen. Jetta. That's super cool. I will for sure. I'm not going to spend too much time, so like I said, I'm a bit tired. I'm trying to get through these. I will definitely be looking at that closer because I know that that's like this magazine, this specific article did a lot for the marble collecting community. A lot of people started collecting marbles after this was published. That's cool. Alright. We've looked at this already, so it's cool to have a double. Second one. And hey, would you look at that? Another Smithsonian. Country home? I do not know. 3's on a roll with marble collecting. Oh. This seems like a very recent, well, I guess not very recent, but April 1991. Let's see, marbles. You gonna tell me at the front? Give me a little table of contents, maybe? Nope. There we go. Lost marbles. Wow. It's a rather robust article. Oh, maybe not. Still neat. Sorry, I'm less talkative. I'm very tired, guys. Sup, Cole? I'm late. Hey, Dozer. It's going. We've been looking at these. As you see, I've been streaming for 2.5 hours now. And let me tell you, the people that do this all day, every day for their jobs, whew, must be real exhausting. But I've looked through most everything. I got 2 things left to look at. Yeah. Let's see here. The first one. Unfortunately, both of these are a bit damaged. But they're still nice. And I'm blocking the view for you guys. And I know it's not oriented correctly for you, but how cool is that? When handmaids were king. Utah Marble Connection. Ogden, Utah. LL 2.5, yeah, 2.5 hours, man. I didn't expect it to go this long, but I said I'm gonna do it until I go through every item. And I didn't go through them ahead of time, so I've enjoyed looking at them. Like this poster. It's a bummer that it's creased and folded and it was taped up at some point. It's cool. Larry and Sally Castle. Looks like they were the curators of this poster. Some nice sulfides. Just overall wonderful handmaids. And then, in contrast to the handmaids, I actually know what is coming up here as the very last item to look at. And it's really cool. And unfortunately, again, it's a bit damaged. But it's a machine-made poster. And it's actually pretty good quality. Like thickness, it's not just paper, it's like laminated. Again, from Utah Marble Connection. But I mean, this is everything. They have acros in here, Peltiers, Christensen's, I would guess. Maybe some MFCs. Handmaids might reclaim their throne. Man, I think handmaids have already reclaimed their throne. I would love to see machine maids. Video later, truly amazing. Hey, releasing endorphins. I appreciate you. Yeah, it was someone else's collection. I mean, it's in mine now. But yeah, I was telling everyone that was chatting with me earlier. All of this stuff I hope to make accessible to you guys for free. The VHS tapes, obviously I'll have to look into the legalities, one, and then I don't want to upset Robert Block or anyone on publishing those. But the one here at Dozer, both of you, since you guys, I want to show you. Oh, where'd they go? Ugh. Look at these. I'm gonna get these scanned and uploaded for high res, like wallpapers if anyone wanted it, like on their phone. I can zoom in a bit. But those early 90s online auctions that they sent out the VHS tapes for the catalogs, they would send these, and they're just photos, like it's just printed on Kodak, as you can see there. But it had information, it was advertising. So here are a few of the interesting little lots included in auction number 22. And then just a few of the interesting. I think most collectors nowadays, if they found one of these marbles in any of these images, they would be ecstatic. And if I remember, there was like 13 or 15 images. I mean, look at the size of that clam broth. Tonight I learned that clam broths get up to 2 inches in size. Just baffling. And I mean, look at it, it's in mint condition, which if you know about clam broths, they don't stay in mint condition. So at 2 inch, and then I'm going back, but as an example, here was one of the marble auctions from Block. And 64. Find it. Yeah, number 64, opaque baked black glass, and I can get you the picture actually. Look at that marble. It's a near 2-inch clam broth, and it sold for, I forgot where to go. Sorry for clicking my tongue. $1,100, 30 years ago. Crazy. Handmaids, I think, they always have been king. I love machine maids, of course. I love handmaids. But I think handmaids have held that throne. But yeah, that's everything, guys. I'm ready for bed. I'm pooped. If you watched for any amount of time, I really appreciate you. I say I'm ready for bed. I still have to stay up. I got to work on my post for tomorrow. I would love to visit someday and see some of the stuff in person. The best tape of marbles and really. I appreciate that, Dozer. If you were ever be in the area, I would just tell you to go to Moon Marble Company. Bruce has everything I have, but better. I'll tell you, one of these days, I need to post it on my Instagram. Bruce puts all of like his advertising, most of his like the newspaper clippings and stuff that I went through tonight. Everything that he has of that, he puts up in his bathroom at the store. And so just in the bathroom, all the walls, it's all just lined with information. Bruce has wonderful stuff. And then up in Nebraska, Lee has his marble museum, and I haven't been there, but I want to very, very soon. But yeah, like I said earlier too, I'm gonna get I got the VCR from Goodwill, and then it ruined the first tape. That's super fun. Should have just called old Mama Bear right away, and luckily she's gonna get me one this weekend. Well, she has one. I would love to spend an hour or two in that bathroom. That's what I'm saying, dude. You know what's funny too is when I first went, the first time I ever was at Moon Marble Co., Bruce, we were chatting and he was like, yeah, I'll give you a tour around. And he was like, and here's our marble bathroom. And he's like, if you want to take a step in and look around. And I thought he was joking. And I just laughed at him and stood there, and he was like, and he just kind of like, like ushered me in. And I was like, oh, there's actually stuff in here. I watched a minute more. I'm totally blown away. I can't believe the treasure of information. You've become my favorite channel. I've collected marbles for 50 years, maybe. Wow, I really appreciate that. Thank you. I really do appreciate that, and I'm not even close. I enjoy doing this. I'm happy that some of you guys can learn stuff. I learned stuff through all of this right along with you, and thank you for your kind words. Hopefully, I can say I have been collecting marbles for 50 years in the future, if I'm so lucky. But yeah, guys, that really does it for tonight. Trying to just make sure and look around. Don't think there's anything else. I don't know. Makes me wonder. I don't know what we're gonna do next week, man. I'll tell you. There's one. I don't know. We'll find something to do next week. All sorts of stuff. I'd love to find marble games to play. Yeah, I'm just wasting time now. The top finished spinning. I'm finished talking. Once more, I really appreciate you guys. Anyone, if you watched live, if you watched the recording, anything at all, thank you. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your night. As always, I'll be here next Thursday. Marble on.